What's up, guys? Kamahl. Today I'm going to bring you another Path of Exile video from the PlayStation 4. Today's just going to be a build video of my Caustic Arrow, Toxic Rain Shadow. It's not done, it's not optimized, but I've been getting a lot of requests to see what I'm running, so I figured I'd give you guys a glimpse into what I'm currently working with. If you do like this video, if you want to see more like it, please consider liking the video itself, subscribing to the channel. Only if you actually enjoy the content, though. So let's go ahead and look at it. This is going to be a Caustic Arrow build. I also use Toxic Rain, a couple different little particular things in the build, but we'll start out with the nitty-gritty. So with a Caustic Arrow, one of the best things that you'll find, the best mods that you'll find, is you want to do socketed gems on your bow as well as bow skills themselves, and you also want to try to optimize as much elemental damage. This bow is not the most optimal bow, but it does have the plus gems, and that's what matters. So let's see here with the gems itself. Caustic Arrow, this is going to be the main bread and butter attack. This is what I use more than anything else. I have equipped to that lesser multiple projectiles. The reason that I have LMP on here is simply so that I can cover a wider range when I shoot it out. Lesser poison support, applies poison on hit, and also does additional chaos damage. And then item rarity, because I'm all about them loots. Grease, this is going to be what pretty much allows me to not get hit very often at all. The gear itself that I have, it's all just random stuff that I've picked up while leveling. Okay, it's nothing too particular, nothing too specific. This is going to be the minions that I have, the little dudes that follow me around. This summons Stone Golem. The reason that I have him is because he does give me life regeneration over time. I do have very high evasion chance, so I don't get hit very often, but when I do, I want to be able to regen my life extremely quickly, which this guy helps me out with. Also, he taunts, which is great. It's just a little tank dude. Herald of Agony is a self buff that you put on. It has a 25% of your mana reserved, and it spawns like this little scorpion dude that shoots chaos. It's fucking awesome. Minion life support and then minion speed support just makes them move faster, both of them, and give them increased life. And then, oh, there we go. Because they're all +1, it has +1 level socket of minion gems, which is what gives them all +1. In the armor, this is what we're going to have as our Toxic Rain, and it also kind of gives the enemies the ability to take more damage, and that's awesome. So it's Toxic Rain, which it's like a volley, and then it spawns a whole bunch of little fucking plant things that grabs thing, and it's extremely cool. It's super awesome. I'm gonna run around and show you guys once I'm done showing you the build. Vicious projectiles, just more chaos damage, more physical. It's good. It's good. Decay, supported skills inflict decay on hit, dealing 596 chaos damage. Just more and more dots on top of more and more dots. Withering Touch, this is the one that I was saying. It inflicts withering on hit, which is a 25% chance, which 25% of physical damage is chaos. Oh, sorry. It makes him deal more chaos damage with this equipped to it. What Withered does is it makes the enemies more susceptible to taking chaos damage. So when they are applied by Withering Touch or by the Withered debuff, it makes them take more damage from chaos, which is it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Basic ass belt, but the 27% increased elemental damage with attacks does apply to your chaos damage. I have another belt in here just to show you an example. See, chaos damage is 505. This belt, statistically a little bit better as far as survivability, the one that I have on now, but because it doesn't have that elemental, it's not going to, or the elemental damage, it's not going to give me as much damage from the Caustic Arrow. So there is that. The last two things, and these This one in particular, I would say, is one of the most important gym setups to have on any build. This makes it to where you don't die very often at all. So you want to have a level 1 locked at level 1 cast when damage taken. You want to have an increased duration that you can let level up as high as you want, it doesn't matter. And then a level 3 Immortal Call. The reason that you lock these at level 1 and at level 3, at level 1 it makes it to where you only have to take 500 and there it is, 528 damage. So when I take 528 damage, it will trigger a spell that is level 38 or lower, which would be this. This is level 38, Immortal Call. It makes it to where I am invulnerable completely. For 0.4 seconds, I have 106% increased buff duration, so it makes it just under a second. It's about 0.8, just a fucking very small fraction higher than 0.8, so it doesn't matter. Just under a second of invulnerability. It's extremely useful. And then the other one is going to be this. It's going to be Phase Run, stuck at level 9, because it's going to be the same thing. It's at level 9 because it's a 52 gem. Cast when damage taken, it will work up to a level 50. Oh, level 50 or lower. I need that actually one higher. I'm fucking up on my build. That's why it doesn't activate. So that's going to undo. We're going to bring that up one level higher so that it'll match that. Although, scratch that. When this happens, requiring... Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. So that's a level 50 skill. That requires level 52. Just ignore me, okay? So, this will work whenever you take 1100 damage for an item or a gem level 52 or lower. This is level 50, so it will be activated on that, which will make you run really, really fast and through the enemies to where you don't have to try to walk around them. You just run right through them. This, because I want it to level up and there's no other place for me to put it on my build, it does not apply to anything on my gloves. It just levels up because I have it there. And then increased duration because I want the phase run to last as long as possible. And that's the build as far as the gear goes. I run with 2 Quicksilver flasks. One of the really cool things about the Quicksilver flasks is, let's say you're running around and you use all of the charges in your flask, your Quicksilver flask that's linked up to R1 or L1 or whatever it is. If you run out of this one and you still hit your R1 again, it'll just pull the charges out of this one. So keep that in mind. You know, you can stack up multiple potions, multiple different health potions, right? So let's say I have all health potions right here, and I hit L1, and all these charges deplete, it'll start pulling out of this health potion. All those charges deplete, it'll start pulling out of that health potion. Keep that in mind. Passive tree. This is the other important part that really decides whether a build is usable or not. You'll see with mine, one of the first things I did is I went for damage over time and chaos damage. Because of this build, I don't need as much survivability, which I'm definitely not avoiding survivability. The survivability is something that I'm going after, but it's not my main focus. The reason is, with a bow build, it's very easy to stay in the background, and this is even though I play almost entirely solo. You can stay in the background, throw out your Caustic Arrow, and things just melt as they're, as they're walking into it. So they walk into the damage, they take the damage, they die. I would tell you guys what I'm going for next in the passive skill tree, but until I have another passive skill point, I have no idea. I just kind of fly at the seat of my pants and go for what looks like it would be good. It looks like the last time I was playing, I was trying to reach further down into this. So there's probably something down here that I'm going for, probably this life down here. But just survivability is not super necessary if you're using a bow build. Just enough to where you don't die. I mean, that's really the main thing you've got to worry about. Don't die. If you're dead, you can't do damage. So to show y'all how this works, we'll just run right out. Oh, maybe my gym level. I don't know. Whatever. Fucking whatever. It's fine. It's doing its thing. There was a little notification, or not notification, aura around my character. So does that mean? Let's look at it again. Auto level disabled. Level 52 or lower. Dang. Okay, it looks like I messed it up, but when that happens, you can always trade it to a vendor with a orb of scouring. There it is. Wait a second. Why is all of my damn mana reserved? Oh. Okay. Lesson learned. There we go. Okay, so I tried to rearrange the build a little bit before I did the video, and what I've learned is your Herald of Agony, or your Herald abilities, when you link them up with one of these abilities that increase the mana multiplier, it does apply to the reserve. So, this is how it's supposed to look. And you'll see, I mean, when I take damage, the gold that pops up, that gold is, well, me becoming invulnerable. It's Immortal Call activating, which makes it where, well, I don't take damage for a few seconds. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about the build or what else I can show you. It's extremely strong. It's honestly one of the least gear-dependent builds that I've found in the game, next to, I don't know, maybe a totem build. I know that totems are pretty non-gear dependent, which is extremely good. But it's fun. It's super strong. You don't really have to worry about taking much damage, because if you're playing right, the enemies won't even be able to get close enough to you to even hit you. So there's that. I mean, I like it. It's fun. If you guys enjoyed this video, like I said, please feel free to consider liking and subscribing. Let me know down in the comment section below what kind of videos you guys are trying to see, what kind of videos you're looking for. I am going to be working on here shortly a Blade Vortex build, which is probably one of my favorite builds in the game, and that's just because I was running last night and I actually happened to get this. And I was like, holy shit, that's exactly what I need. That's pretty much the best in slot for my Blade Vortex build. So, here within the next, it'll probably take me about 4 days or so, because I haven't even created the character. So, I'd say probably about 4 days, we'll have a Blade Vortex guide. And, you know, so keep an eye out. But aside from that, whatever other kind of guides or tips or tricks or information you're looking for, ask in the comment section below. Head over to the Discord, which there will be a link in the description. It's always open. Membership is always open on all of my stuff. So come over to the Discord, say what's up, PlayStation community, Exiles United. We're chilling. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.